I am live. Hello, StreamYard and YouTube. Good morning. I have Silky with me because he just now came in as I set up my StreamYard. I tried to feed him and get him to do his thing, but for some reason he was trying to keep me from coming on. But I'm on. And so we're going to pick up where we left off, and we're going to pick up at chapter 21, Exodus. Exodus has 40 chapters, and I'm reading 5 at a time. So I'm thinking I'll end up by 30. So the structure is get into the word, do a little chit chat after 5 chapters, see if I got it in me to do another 5, do a little chit chat, and say goodbye. Here we go. Thank you, Father God, for the opportunity to read the word in the form of the ICB version. Thank you for those people who put this book together. Laws for living, Exodus 21. Then God said to Moses, "These are the laws for living that you will give to the Israelites. If you buy a Hebrew slave, he will serve you for 6 years. In the 7th year, you are to set him free, and he will have to pay nothing. He might not be married when he becomes your slave. Then he must leave without a wife. The man might be married when he becomes your slave. Then he may take his wife with him. The slave's master might give him a wife, and she might give birth to sons or daughters. Then the woman and her children will belong to the master. When the slave is set free, only he may leave. But the slave might say, 'I love my master, my wife, and my children. I don't want to go free.' Then the slave's master will take him to God. The master will take him to a door or door frame, and he will punch a hole through the slave's ear using a sharp tool. Then the slave will serve that master all his life. A man might sell his daughter as a slave. There are rules for setting her free. They are different from the rules for setting the men slaves free. Maybe the master wanted to marry her, but then decided he was not pleased with her. He must let one of her close relatives buy her back. He has no right to sell her to foreigners. This is because he has treated her unfairly. The man who bought her might promise to let the woman marry his son. Then he must treat her as a daughter. The man who bought her might marry another woman. Then he must not keep his slave woman from having food or clothing or physical relations. If he does not give her these 3 things, she may go free. She owes him no money. Injuries. Exodus chapter 21, verse 12. Anyone who hits a person and kills him must be put to death. But if a person kills someone accidentally, God allowed that to happen. So the person must go to a place I would choose. A person might plan and murder another person on purpose, put him to death, even if he has run to my altar for safety. Anyone who hits his father or mother must be put to death. A person might kidnap someone. Then he either sells him as a slave or still has him when he is caught. That person must be put to death. Anyone who says cruel things to his father or mother must be put to death. 2 men might argue, and one might hit the other with a rock or with his fist. The hurt man might not be killed, but he might have to stay in bed. Later, he might be able to get up, and he might be able to walk around outside with his walking stick. Then the one who hit him is not to be punished, but he must pay the injured man for the loss of his time, and he must support the injured man until he is completely healed. A man might beat his male or female slave with a stick, and the slave might die on the spot. Then the owner must be punished, but the slave might get well after a day or two. Then that owner will not be punished, since the slave belongs to him. Two men might be fighting, and they might hit a pregnant woman so that the baby comes out, but there is no further injury. Then the man who caused the injury must pay money. He must pay what the woman's husband says and the court allows. But if there is further injury, then the punishment is that life must be paid for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. It is also hand for hand, foot for foot, burn for burn, wound for wound, and bruise for bruise. A man might hit his male or female slave in the eye, and the eye might be blinded. Then the man is to free the slave to pay for the eye. A master might knock out a tooth of his male or female slave. Then the man is to free the slave to pay for the tooth. A man's bull might kill a man or woman. Then you must kill that bull with stones. You should not eat the bull, but the owner of the bull is not guilty. But the bull might have hurt people in the past. The owner might have been warned. If he did not keep it in a pen and then it kills a man or a woman, the bull must be killed with stones, and the owner must also be put to death. But the family of the dead man might accept money. Then the man who owned the bull may buy back his life. But he must pay whatever is demanded. Use this same law if the bull kills a person's son or daughter. But the bull might kill a male or female slave. Then the owner must pay the master the price for a new slave. That is 12 ounces of silver. And the bull must also be killed with stones. A man might take the cover off a pit, or he might dig one and not cover it. Another man's ox or donkey might come and fall into it. The owner of the pit must pay the owner of the animal for his loss. The dead animal will belong to the one who pays. One of the man's bull might kill another man's bull. Then they must sell the bull that is alive. Both men get half of the money, and both men will also get half of the bull that was killed. A man's bull might have hurt other animals in the past, but the owner might not have kept it in a pen. Then that owner must pay bull for bull, and the dead animal is his. Exodus chapter 22, property laws. A man might steal a bull or a sheep and kill it or sell it. Then he must pay back 5 bulls for the 1 bull he stole, or he must pay back 4 sheep for the 1 sheep he stole. The robber who is caught must pay back what he stole. He might own nothing. Then he must be sold as a slave to pay for what he stole. The stolen animal might be found alive with the robber. Then he must give the owner 2 animals for every animal he stole. He must pay whether he stole a bull, donkey, or sheep. A thief might be killed while breaking into a house at night, then the one who killed him is not guilty of murder. But if this happens during the day, he is guilty of murder. A person might let his farm animal graze in his field or vineyard, and it might wander into another person's field or vineyard. Then the owner of the animal must pay back the loss. The payment must come from the best of his crops. A man might start a fire that spreads through the thorn bushes to his neighbor's field. The fire might burn his neighbor's growing grain or grain that has been stacked, or it might burn his whole field. Then the person who started the fire must pay for what was burned. A man might give his neighbor money or other things to keep for him. Those things might be stolen from the neighbor's house, and the thief might be caught. Then he must pay back twice as much as he stole. But maybe the thief is never found. Then the owner of the house must make a promise before God. He must promise that he has not stolen his neighbor's things. Two men might disagree about who owns something. It might be an ox, donkey, sheep, or clothing. It might be something else that is lost. Each says, "This is mine." Each man must bring his case to God. God judges will decide who is guilty. Then he must pay the other man twice as much as the thing is worth. A man might ask his neighbor to keep his animal for him. This animal might be a donkey, ox, sheep, or some other animal. And that animal might die, be hurt, or be taken away. And no one saw what happened. That neighbor must promise before the Lord that he did not harm nor kill the other man's animal. The owner of the animal must accept his promise made before God. The neighbor does not have to pay the owner for the animal, but the animal might have been stolen from the neighbor. Then he must pay the owner for it. Wild animals might have killed the animal. Then the neighbor must bring the body as proof. He will not have to pay for the animal that was killed. A man might borrow an animal from his neighbor. It might get hurt or die while the owner is not there. Then the one who borrowed it must pay the owner for the animal. The owner might be with the animal. Then the one who borrowed it does not have to pay. If the animal was rented, the rental price covers the loss. Laws and relationship. Exodus chapter 22, verse 16. A man might find a woman who is not pledged to be married. She has never had physical relations with a man. He might trick her into having physical relations with him. Then he must give her family the payment to marry her, and she will be his wife. But her father might refuse to allow his daughter to marry him. Then the man must still give the payment for a bride. He must pay the usual charge for a woman who is a virgin. Excuse me. Put to death any woman who does evil magic. Put to death anyone who has unnatural physical relations with an animal. Destroy completely any person who makes a sacrifice to any god except the Lord. Do not cheat nor hurt a foreigner. Remember that you were foreigners in the land of Egypt. Do not cheat a widow or an orphan. If you do, they will cry out to me for help. I certainly will hear their cry, and I will be very angry and kill you in war. Then your wives will become widows, and your children will become orphans. You might lend money to one of my people who is poor. then do not treat him as a money lender would. Charge him nothing for using your money. Your neighbor might give you his coat as a promise. He is promising to pay you the money he owes you, but you must give it back to him by sunset. That coat is the only cover to keep his body warm. He has nothing else to sleep in. If he cries out to me for help, I will listen because I am merciful. You must not speak against God. You must not curse a leader of your people. Do not hold back your offering from the first of your harvest. Give me the first grain that you harvest. Give me the first wine that you make. Also, you must give me your firstborn sons. You must do the same with your bulls and your sheep. Let the firstborn males stay with their mothers for 7 days. On the 8th day, you must give them to me. You are to be my holy people. You must not eat the meat of any animal that has been killed by wild animals. Instead, give it to the dogs. Exodus chapter 23. Laws about fairness. You must not tell lies. You might be a witness in court. Don't help a bad person by telling lies. You must not do wrong just because everyone else is doing it. You might be a witness in court. Then you must not ruin a fair trial. You must not tell lies just because everyone else is. A poor man might be in court. You must not take his side just because he is poor. You might see your enemy's ox or donkey wandering away. Then you must return it to him. You might see that your enemy's donkey has fallen because its load is too heavy. You must not leave it there. You must help your enemy get the donkey back on its feet. You must not be unfair to a poor man when he is in court. You must not lie when you accuse someone in court. Never allow an innocent or honest person to be put to death as punishment. This is because I will not treat guilty people as if they were innocent. Excuse me. You must not accept money from a person who wants you to lie in court. Such money will not let you see what is right. Such money makes good people tell lies. You must not mistreat a foreigner. You know how it feels to be a foreigner. You were foreigners in Egypt. Laws for the Sabbath. Exodus chapter 23, verse 10. For 6 years you are to plant and harvest crops on your land. Then during the 7th year, do not plow or plant your land. If any food grows there, allow the poor people to have it, and let the wild animals eat what is left. You should do the same with your vineyards and your orchards of olive trees. You should work 6 days a week, but on the 7th day, you must rest. This lets your ox and your donkey rest. This also lets the slave born in your house and the foreigner be refreshed. Be sure to do all that I have said to you. You must not even say the names of other gods. The names of those gods must not come out of your mouth. 3 yearly feasts. Exodus chapter 23, verse 14. 3 times each year, you must hold a feast to honor me. You must celebrate the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Do this in the way I commanded you. For 7 days, you must eat bread that is made without yeast. You must do this at the set time during the month of Abib. This is the month when you came out of Egypt. No one is to come to worship me without bringing an offering. You must celebrate the Feast of Harvest. Offer to God the first things you harvest. These are from the crops you planted in your fields. You must celebrate the Feast of Tents in the fall. Do this when you gather all the crops from your field. So, 3 times during every year, all men must come to worship the Lord God. You must not offer animal blood along with anything that has yeast in it. You must not save any of the fat from the sacrifice for the next day. You must bring the best of the first fruits of your land. Bring them to the holy tent of the Lord your God. You must not cook a young goat in its mother's milk. Promises. Exodus chapter 23, verse 20. I am sending an angel ahead of you. He will protect you as you travel. He will lead you to the place I have prepared. Pay attention to the angel and obey him. Do not turn against him. He will not forgive such turning against him because my power is in him. You must listen carefully to all he says. You must do everything that I tell you. If you do this, I will be an enemy to your enemies. I will fight all who fight against you. My angel will go ahead of you. He will take you into the land of these people, the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Canaanites, Hivites, and Jebusites, and I will destroy them. You must not bow down to their gods or worship those gods. You must not live the way those people live. You must destroy their idols. And you must break into pieces stone pillars they use in worship. You must worship the Lord your God. If you do, I will bless your bread and your water. I will take away sickness from you. None of your women will have her baby die before it is born. All women will have children. I will allow you to live long lives. I will make your enemies afraid of me. I will confuse any people you fight against. I will make all your enemies run away from you. I will send something like hornets ahead of you. They will force the Hivites, Canaanites, and Hittites out of your way. But I will not force all those people out in only 1 year. If I did, the land would become a desert. Then the wild animals would become too many for you. Instead, I will force those people out of your land very slowly. I will wait until there are enough of you to take over the land. I will give you the land from the Gulf of Aqaba to the Mediterranean Sea. And I will give you the land between the desert and the Euphrates River. I will give you power over the people who now live in the land. You will force them out ahead of you. You must not make an agreement with those people nor with their gods. You must not let them live in your land. If they live there, they will make you sin against me. If you worship their gods, you will be like someone caught in a trap. You know, the devil be trying to be busy when I'm trying to read. Praise God. Exodus chapter 24. God and Israel make their agreement. The Lord told Moses, you, Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel must come up to me. You must worship me from a distance. Then Moses alone must come near me. The other men must not come near, and the rest of the people must not come up the mountain with Moses. So Moses told the people all the Lord's words and laws for living. Then all of the people answered out loud together. They said, we will do all the things that the Lord has said. So Moses wrote down all the words of the Lord. And he got up early the next morning. He built an altar near the bottom of the mountain. He set up 12 stones, one stone for each of the 12 tribes of Israel. Then Moses sent young Israelite men to offer whole burnt offerings. They also sacrificed young bulls as fellowship offerings to the Lord. Moses took the blood of these animals. He put half of it in bowls, and he sprinkled the other half of the blood on the altar. Then Moses took the book with the agreement written in it. He read it so the people could hear him. And they said, we will do everything that the Lord has said. We will obey. Then Moses took the blood from the bowls. He sprinkled it on the people. He said, this is the blood that begins the agreement. This is the agreement which the Lord has made with you about all these things. Moses, Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel went up the mountain. They saw the God of Israel. Under his feet was a surface. It looked as if it were paved with blue sapphire stones, and it was as clear as the sky. These leaders of the Israelites saw God, but God did not destroy them. Then they ate and drank together. Moses gets the stone tablets. Exodus chapter 24, verse 12. The Lord said to Moses, come up the mountain to me, wait there, and I will give you 2 stone tablets. On these tablets are the teachings and the commandments. I have written these to teach the people. So Moses and his helper Joshua set out. Moses went up Sinai, the mountain of God. Moses said to the elders, wait here for us until we come back to you. Aaron and Hur are with you. Anyone who has a disagreement with others can take it to them. Moses meets with God. Exodus chapter 24, verse 15. When Moses went up on the mountain, the cloud covered it. The greatness of the Lord came down on Mount Sinai. The cloud covered the mountain for 6 days. On the 7th day, the Lord called to Moses from inside the cloud. The Israelites could see the greatness of the Lord. It looked like a fire burning on top of the mountain. Then Moses went into the cloud and went higher up the mountain. Moses was on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights. Exodus chapter 25. Quiet on set, please. Thank you. Gifts for the Lord. The Lord said to Moses, tell the Israelites to bring me gifts. Receive for me the gifts each man wants to give. These are the gifts that you should receive from them: gold, silver, bronze, blue, purple, and red thread, and fine linen. Receive cloth made of goat hair. Receive the male sheepskins that are dyed red. Receive fine leather, acacia wood, and olive oil to burn in the lamps. and receive spices for sweet smelling incense, and the special olive oil poured on a person's head to make him a priest. Also, accept onyx stones and other jewels to be put on the holy vest and the chest covering. The people must build a holy place for me. Then I can live among them. Build this holy tent and everything in it by the plan I will show you. The Ark of the Covenant. Exodus chapter 25, verse 10. Use acacia wood and build an ark. It must be 45 inches long, 27 inches wide, and 27 inches high. Cover the Ark of the Covenant inside and out with pure gold, and put a gold strip all around it. Make 4 gold rings for the Ark of the Covenant. Attach the gold rings to its 4 feet, 2 rings on each side. Then make poles from acacia wood and cover them with gold. Put the poles through the rings on the side of the ark. Use these poles to carry the Ark of the Covenant. These poles must always stay in the rings of the Ark of the Covenant. Do not take the poles out. Then put the 2 flat stones in the Ark of the Covenant. I will give you these stones on which the commands are written. Then make a lid of pure gold for the Ark of the Covenant. This lid is the mercy seat. Make it 45 inches long and 27 inches wide. Then hammer gold to make 2 creatures with wings. Put one on each end of the lid. Put one creature with wings on one end of the lid, and put the other creature with wings on the other end. Attach the creatures with wings to the lid so that they will all be one piece. The creature's wings should be spread out over the lid. The creatures are to face each other across the lid. Put this lid on top of the Ark of the Covenant. Also, put in this Ark of the Covenant the agreement which I will make with you. I will meet you there above the lid between the 2 creatures with wings. These are on the Ark of the Covenant. There I will give you all my commands for Israelites. The table, Exodus 25, verse 23. Make a table out of acacia wood. It must be 36 inches long, 18 inches wide, and 27 inches high. Cover it with pure gold. Put a gold strip around it. Then make a frame 3 inches high that stand up around the edge. Then make a frame, I'm going to start that one over. Then make a frame 3 inches high that stands up all around the edge. Put a gold strip around the frame. Then make 4 gold rings. Attach them to the 4 corners of the table where the 4 legs are. Put the rings close to the frame around the top of the table. These rings will hold the poles for carrying the table. Make the poles out of acacia wood and cover them with gold. Carry the table with these poles. Make the plates and bowls for the table out of pure gold. Make the jars and cups out of pure gold. They will be used for pouring out the drink offerings. On this table, put the bread that shows you are in my presence. It must always be there in front of me. The lampstand, Exodus chapter 25, verse 31. Verse 31. Hammer pure gold to make a lampstand. Its base, stand, flower-like cups, buds, and petals must all be joined together in one piece. The lampstand must have 3 branches on one side and 3 branches on the other. Each branch must have 3 cups shaped like almond flowers on it. Each cup must have a bud and a petal. And there must be 4 more cups made like almond flowers on the lampstand itself. These cups must also have buds and petals. Put a bud under each pair of branches that goes out from the lampstand. The branches, buds, and lampstand must be one piece of pure hammered gold. Then make 7 small oil lamps and put them on the lampstand. They will give light to the area in front of the lampstand. The wick trimmers and trays must be made of pure gold. Use 75 pounds of pure gold to make the lampstand and everything with it. Be very careful to make them by the plan I showed you on the mountain. Praise God. Alrighty. So that was my 5 chapters. And my son is in the background. He's got his earphones on. And apparently he just likes to make noise when I'm doing live. And I've asked him not to do that. But anyway, let's get into my little side talk. I'm going to be I'll say more mature. You know, people in those years. So anyway, this is my water cup that I got from the VA. And I love it because I play a little game. And I was going to put some color in here so you can see the game I play. But since I play it by myself and I only want water in this cup, I'm just going to tell you what it is. So let's just say, I'm going to do it. What I'm going to do, you know what? I'm going to play the balloon game first, and then I'll play the water cup game. Look at my balloons. I just had them here. I have them sitting right here. Oh, here we go. All righty. Now, you youngsters, y'all so cute, y'all so pretty. Y'all just popping balloons all over the place. Well, what I want to know, men born between 1960 and 1966, can you blow up with a balloon? That's the game I'm trying to play. That's who's going to win because if you can blow up the balloon, that's what I'm saying. Now the other way is check me out now. I was playing this game in the hospital. I'm sorry, y'all. In the hospital, every time I asked for water, I couldn't get it. I had to ask the nurse. And then the nurse empties out my cup and gives me the amount that she wanted. So anyway, this is a 800 up here. And so I sit down so far to 450. Now, I'm going to sit. It's right now at 450. Same concept as blowing up the balloon, except we going the other way and we ain't popping nothing. We sucking. I said we sucking. Here we go. Sucked it down. And those are the games. That's why I'm a lady with an idea to build a park. Back to the park, guys. 10,000 citizens invest $1,000 on our public market date. We purchase land. We build these parks that the Mr. Appiapi, the Italy man, built all by himself. Now 10,000 people, and I hate that I hate that I'm hateful, and because I'm not hateful, but I'm ecclesiastically hateful. There is a time for everything. So let me get everybody straight. I love everybody because I'm selfish. I don't know anybody. I don't know none of y'all. I don't know who's black, who's white, who's Creole, who's Croatian, and I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I know that I have biracial in my family. I know I have a biracial grandchild who I want to reach out to his white Maryland grandma and let her know where her grandson is, because I know she's feeling some kind of way. But that's so I did my games, and I don't want to go all the way off topic. So let me talk about the part. 10,000 citizens invest $1,000 on our public market day. Sharon Marie Watson will never, ever ask the internet for money. Y'all know that. If you don't know that about me, I don't ask the way YouTube does, just like that, like, subscribe, and share. You know what? If it's on your heart, because I'm going to tell you again, I know how to righteously cipher energy. I have given gifts of, you guys are the ones that put Cash App on there. So I have gifted over 50 creators on this line, praise God, on this internet, and God has seen me. And I've seen the effects, and God has seen the effects. And like I said, the two people I'm most disappointed in, okay, like I said, I'm not playing with Miss Vivian. I paid for a prayer. Vivian and Jay Wilson, y'all gonna do right. But I hate talking about them because that's the broke bum bitch energy that keeps me broke bum. But I also do want to mention the lead attorney. You and your Carnival Barker fat big titty friend, a man, no respect to him, with his scam carnival game. I'm going to tell you, change your ways and do better. That was just put on my heart. Okay, now I'm going to tell y'all about Charlie. I want y'all to understand something about Charlie, because I'm also looking at this awesome cat whisperer channel. He's a dude. He's got long hair. His name, he's got a lot of names. He says every time a cat come in with a name, he be talking about it's his name in the country. I'm like, his Dosey is Lucy. Man, what is your name? But anyway, he got these cats. Ever since I named, a lot of stuff been popping off. Ever since I named Charlie Kirk Smoke Baltimore, seemed like all the white cats been going off. And the crazy part, I treated myself with the bite for a week until I couldn't take it anymore. Charlie had bitten into my tendon, putting his cat bug, which begins with a P. And this bug can tear you up inside, which is why they had to go in, do the surgery, get it out, and do the antibiotics. And I don't even know why I mentioned that, but because I'm trying to make a point on how Charlie came for me. So I was in the living room, kinda. Suki and I were sitting in the living room that day because I was folding laundry. And because I was folding laundry, I was going in my bedroom, putting away clothes. My bedroom, which is in the back. I'm in the bedroom, and then Silky comes in the bedroom, starts dancing all around in front of me. And this is what's making me change my feelings about cats. So Silky's all dancing around me, and I come out of the bedroom, and I come into the living room, and I see Charlie, who's at the door of my office facing me. So I say, oh, okay, Silky, you came to tell me that Charlie's in the house. Okay, I'll just feed him. And just like that, I moved towards Charlie. And I can tell you what happened with me and Charlie. But the biggest thing in my head is knowing that Silky was nowhere to be found. Did Silky set me up? Because that question came out 3 days later when another incident happened. But Charlie was in the house to intentionally attack and fight someone. That's what I know about Charlie the cat. 5 more chapters. Here we go. Exodus chapter 26, the holy tent. Make the holy tent with 10 pieces of cloth. These pieces must be made of fine linen and blue, purple, and red thread. Have a skilled craftsman sew designs of creatures with wings on the pieces of cloth. Make each piece the same size. Each piece should be 42 feet long and 6 feet wide. Sew 5 pieces of cloth together for one set. Sew the other pieces together for the second set. Make loops of blue cloth down the edge of the end piece of each set. Make 50 loops on the end piece of the first set, and make 50 loops on the end piece of the second set. These loops must be opposite each other. And make 50 gold hooks. Use these to join the 2 sets of cloth. This will make the holy tent one piece. Then make another tent that will cover the holy tent. Make this tent of 11 pieces of cloth made from goat hair. All these pieces of cloth must be the same size. They must be 45 feet long and 6 feet wide. Sew 5 of the pieces together into one set. Then sew the other 6 pieces together into the second set. Fold the 6th piece double over the front of the tent. Make 50 loops down the edge of the end piece of one set. Do the same for the end piece of the other set. Then make 50 bronze hooks. Put these in the loops to join the 2 sets of cloth. This will make the covering one piece. Let the extra half piece of cloth hang over the back of the holy tent. There will be 18 inches hanging over the sides of the holy tent. This will protect the tent. Make 2 more coverings for the holy tent. One should be made from the male sheepskins colored red. The outer covering should be from fine leather. Use acacia wood to make upright frames for the holy tent. Each frame must be 15 feet long and 27 inches wide. Every frame must be made the same way. There must be 2 pegs side by side in each frame. Make 20 frames for the south side of the holy tent. Each frame must have 2 silver bases to go under it. A peg fits into each silver base. You must make 40 silver bases for the frames. Make 20 frames for the north side of the holy tent. Make 40 silver bases for them. Make 2 bases for each frame. You must make 6 frames for the rear or west end of the holy tent. Make 2 frames for each corner at the rear. The 2 frames at each corner are to be joined together. Hold them together from bottom to top with a metal ring. Both corner frames must be made this way. So there will be a total of 8 frames at the rear of the tent. And there will be 16 silver bases, 2 bases. 2 bases under each frame. Make crossbars of acacia wood to connect the upright frames of the holy tent. Make 5 crossbars to hold the frames together on one side. Also, Make 5 crossbars to hold the frames together on the other side, and make crossbars to hold the frames together on the west end at the rear. The middle crossbar is to be set halfway up the frames. It is to run along the entire length of each side and rear. Make gold rings on the sides of the frames. You okay? Pass the crossbars through the rings. Cover the frames and the crossbars with gold. Set up the holy tent by the plan shown to you on the mountain. Make a curtain of fine linen and blue, purple, and red thread. Have a skilled craftsman sew designs of creatures with wings on the curtain. Hang the curtain by gold hooks on 4 posts of acacia wood. Cover these posts with gold and set them in 4 silver bases. Hang the curtain from the hooks in the roof. Put the Ark of the Covenant containing the 2 flat stones behind the curtain. This curtain will separate the holy place from the most holy place. Put the lid on the Ark of the Covenant in the most holy place. Outside the curtain, put the table on the north side of the holy tent, and put the lampstand on the south side of the holy tent. This will be across from the table. The entrance of the holy tent, Exodus chapter 26, verse 36. Then make a curtain for the entrance of the tent. Make it with fine linen and blue, purple, and red thread. Someone who can sew well is to sew designs on it. Make 5 posts of acacia wood covered with gold. Make 5 gold hooks on which to hang the curtain from the posts, and make 5 bronze bases for the 5 posts. Exodus 27, the altar. Make an altar for burnt offerings out of acacia wood. Make it 4.5 feet high. It should be square, 7.5 feet long, and 7.5 feet wide. Make each of the 4 corners of the altar stick out like a horn. The corners with their horns must be all one piece. Then cover the whole altar with bronze. Use bronze to make all the tools and dishes that will be used on the altar. Make pots to remove the ashes. Make shovels, bowls for sprinkling blood, meat, forks and pans for carrying the burning wood. Make a large bronze screen to hold the burning wood, and put a bronze ring at each of the 4 corners of the screen. Put the screen inside the altar under its rim, halfway up from the bottom. Make poles of acacia wood for the altar and cover them with bronze. Put the poles through the rings on both sides of the altar to carry it. Make the altar out of boards and leave the inside hollow. Make it as you were shown on the mountain. The courtyard of the holy tent. Make a wall of curtains to form a courtyard around the holy tent. The south side should have a wall of fine linen curtains 150 feet long. Hang the curtain with silver hooks and bands. Put these on 20 bronze posts on 20 bronze bases. The north side must also be 150 feet long. Hang its curtains on silver hooks and bands. Put these on 20 bronze posts on 20 bronze bases. The west end of the courtyard must have a wall of curtains 75 feet long. It must have 10 posts and 10 bases on that wall. The east end of the courtyard must also be 75 feet long. On one side of the entry, there is to be a wall of curtains. It is to be 22.5 feet long. It is to be held up by 3 posts on 3 bases. On the other side of the entry, there is to be a wall of curtains. It is to be 22.5 feet long. It is to be held up by 3 posts on 3 bases. The entry to the courtyard is to be a curtain 30 feet wide. It is to be made of fine linen with blue, purple, and red thread. Someone who can sew well is to sew designs on it. It is to be held up by 4 posts on 4 bases. All the posts around the courtyard must have silver bands and hooks and bronze bases. The courtyard must be 150 feet long and 75 feet wide. The wall of the curtains around it should be 7.5 feet high. They must be made of fine linen. The bases in which the posts are set must be bronze. All the things used in the holy tent must be made of bronze, and all the tent pegs for the holy tent and the wall around the courtyard must be made of bronze. Oil for the lamp. Exodus chapter 27, verse 20. Command the people. Allie, can you go in your room and close the door? Can you go in your room and close the door, or can you go outside? Can you? Oil for the lamp. Command the people of Israel to bring you pure olive oil. It is to be made from pressed olives. This is to keep the lamps on the lampstand burning. Aaron and his sons must keep the lamps burning before the Lord from evening till morning. This will be in the meeting tent. It is outside the curtain, which is in front of the Ark of the Covenant. The Israelites and their descendants must obey this rule from now on. Exodus chapter 28. Clothes for the priests. Tell your brother Aaron to come to you. His sons Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar must come with him. Separate them from the other Israelites. These men must serve as priests. Make holy clothes for your brother Aaron to give him honor and beauty. Speak to all the people to whom I have given the ability to make clothes. Tell these skilled craftsmen to make the clothes for Aaron. Use these clothes to make him belong to me. Then he may serve me as a priest. There are the clothes they must make. These are the clothes they must make. A chest covering, a holy vest, an outer robe, a woven inner robe, a turban, and a cloth belt. The craftsmen must make these holy clothes. They are for your brother Aaron and his sons. Then Aaron and his sons may serve me as priests. The craftsmen must use gold and blue, purple, and red thread and fine linen. The Holy Fest. Exodus chapter 28, verse 6. Use gold and blue, purple and red thread, and fine linen to make the holy vest. The craftsmen are to make this holy vest. At each top corner of this holy vest, there will be a pair of shoulder straps. These are to be tied together over each shoulder. The craftsmen will very carefully weave a belt on the holy vest. Make the belt with gold and blue, purple and red thread and fine linen. Take 2 onyx stones. Write the name of the 12 sons of Israel on these jewels. Write 6 names on one stone and 6 names on the other stone. Write the names in order from the oldest son to the youngest. Carve the names of the sons of Israel on these stones. Do this the same way a person carves words and designs on the seals. Put gold around the stones to hold them on the holy vest. Put the 2 stones on the 2 straps of the holy vest. These stones are reminders of the 12 sons of Israel. Aaron is to wear their names on his shoulders. They are before the Lord as reminders of the sons of Israel. Make 2 gold pieces to hold the stones. Then make 2 chains of pure gold. Twist them together like a rope. Attach the chains to the 2 gold pieces that hold the stones. The chest covering, Exodus chapter 28, verse 15. Make a chest covering to help in making decisions. The craftsmen should make it as they made the holy vest. They must use gold and blue, purple and red and fine linen. The chest covering must be square. It should be 9 inches long and 9 inches wide. Fold it double to make a pocket. Put 4 rows of beautiful gems on the chest covering. The first row of jewels must have a ruby, topaz, and yellow quartz. The second row must have turquoise, a sapphire, and an emerald. The third row must have a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst. The fourth row must have a chrysolite, an onyx, and a jasper. Put gold around these jewels to attach them to the chest covering. There must be 12 jewels on the chest covering. That is 1 jewel for each of the names of the sons of Israel. Carve the name of one of the 12 tribes on each of the stones. Carve them as you would carve a seal. Make chains of pure gold for the chest covering. Twist them together like rope. Make 2 gold rings. Put them on the 2 upper corners of the chest covering. Attach the 2 gold chains to the 2 rings. These are the upper corners of the chest covering. Attach the other ends of the 2 chains to the 2 gold pieces on the shoulder straps. This will tie the chains to the shoulder straps in front of the holy vest. Make 2 more gold rings. Put them at the 2 lower corners of the chest covering. Put them on the inside edge of the chest covering next to the holy vest. Make 2 more gold rings. Attach them to the bottom of the shoulder straps in the front of the holy vest. Put the gold rings close to the seam above the woven belt of the holy vest. Join the rings of the chest covering to the rings of the holy vest with blue ribbon. This will connect it to the woven belt. In this way, the chest covering will not swing out from the holy vest. When Aaron enters the holy place, he will wear the names of the sons of Israel over his heart. These names are on the chest covering that helps in making decisions. This will be a continual reminder before the Lord. And put the Urim and Thummim inside the chest covering. These things will be on Aaron's heart when he goes before the Lord. They will help in making decisions for the Israelites. So Aaron will always carry them with him when he is before the Lord. Make the outer robe to be worn under the holy vest using only blue cloth. Make a hole in the center for Aaron's head, and there must be a woven collar around the hole so it will not tear. Make balls like pomegranates of blue, purple, and red thread. Hang these pomegranate balls around the bottom of the outer robe and hang gold bells between them. So all around the bottom of the outer robe, there should be a gold bell and a pomegranate ball, a gold bell and a pomegranate ball. Aaron must wear this robe when he serves as priest. The ringing of the bells will be heard. They will ring when he enters and leaves the holy place before the Lord. This way, Aaron will not be killed. Make a strip of pure gold. Carve these words on the gold strip as you would carve on a seal. Holy to the Lord. Use blue ribbon to tie a strip of gold to the turban. Put it on the front of the turban. Aaron must wear this on his forehead. In this way, he will be blamed if anything is wrong with the gifts of the Israelites. Aaron must always wear this on his head so the Lord will accept the gifts of the people. Make the woven inner robe of fine linen. Make the turban of fine linen also. Make the cloth belt with designs sewn on it. Also, make woven inner robes, cloth belts, and headbands for Aaron's sons. This will give them honor and beauty. Put these clothes on your brother Aaron and his sons. Then pour olive oil on their heads to appoint them as priests. Make them belong to me, so they may serve me as priests. Make for them linen underclothes to cover them from the waist to the upper parts of the legs. Aaron and his sons must wear these underclothes when they enter the meeting tent. And they must wear these clothes anytime they come near the altar to serve as priests in the holy place. If they do not wear these clothes, they will be guilty of wrong, and they will be killed. This will be a law that will last from now on for Aaron and all his descendants. Exodus chapter 29. So 26, 27, 28, 29. Appointing the priests. This is what you must do to appoint Aaron and his sons. Then they may serve me as priests. Take one young bull and 2 male sheep that have nothing wrong with them. Use fine wheat flour without yeast to make bread and cakes mixed with olive oil. Also, use wheat flour without yeast to make wafers brushed with olive oil. Put these in one basket. Bring them in the basket along with the bull and the 2 male sheep. Bring Aaron and his sons to the entrance of the meeting tent. Then wash them with water. Take the clothes, dress Aaron in the inner robe and the outer robe of the holy vest. Then put on him the holy vest and the chest covering. Then tie the holy vest on him with its skillfully woven belt. Put the turban on his head. Put the holy crown, the strip of gold, on the turban. Take the special olive oil and pour it on his head to make him a priest. Then bring his sons and put the inner robes on them. Put the headbands on their heads. Then tie cloth belts around their waists. Aaron and his descendants will be priests in Israel. This is by a rule that will continue from now on. This is how you will appoint Aaron and his sons as priests. Bring the bull to the front of the meeting tent. Aaron and his sons must put their hands on the bull's head. Then kill the bull before the Lord at the entrance to the meeting tent. Take some of the bull's blood and go to the altar. Use your finger to put some blood on the corners of the altar. Pour the blood that is left at the bottom of the altar. Then take all the fat that covers the inner organs. Take the best part of the liver and take both kidneys and the fat around them. Burn these on the altar. Take the bull's meat. You can leave that open, thank you. Take the bull's meat, skin, and intestines. Burn these things outside the camp. This is an offering to take away sin. Take one of the male sheep. Have Aaron and his sons put their hands on its head. Then kill that male sheep. Take its blood and sprinkle it on all four sides of the altar. Then cut the male sheep into pieces. Wash its inner organs and its legs. Put them with its head and its other pieces. Burn the whole male sheep on the altar. It is a burnt offering made by fire to the Lord. Its smell is pleasing to the Lord. Take the other male sheep. Have Aaron and his sons put their hands on its head. Kill that male sheep and take some of its blood. Put it on the bottom of the right ears of Aaron and his sons. Also, put it on the thumbs of their right hands. And put it on the big toes of their right feet. Then sprinkle the rest of the blood against all four sides of the altar. Then take some of the blood from the altar. Mix it with the special oil used in appointing priests. Sprinkle this on Aaron and his clothes, and sprinkle this on his sons and their clothes. This will show that Aaron and his sons and their clothes are given to my service. Then take the fat from the male sheep. Take the fat tail and the fat that covers the inner organs. Take the best part of the liver. Take both kidneys and the fat around them and the right thigh. This is the male sheep to be used in appointing priests. Then take the basket of bread that you made without yeast. This is the basket you put before the Lord. From it, take a loaf of bread, a cake made with olive oil, and a wafer. Put these in the hands of Aaron and his sons. Tell them to present these things in their hands before the Lord. This will be an offering presented to the Lord. Then take them from their hands, burn them on the altar with the whole burnt offering. This is an offering made by fire to the Lord. Its smell is pleasing to the Lord. Then take the breast of the male sheep used to appoint Aaron as priest. Present the breast of the male sheep before the Lord. It is an offering presented to the Lord. This part of the animal will be your share. Then give to the service of the Lord the parts of the male sheep used to appoint them as priests. They belong to Aaron and his sons. They are the breast and the right thigh. These were presented to the Lord. This is to be the regular share which the Israelites will always give to Aaron and his sons. This is the gift the Israelites must give to the Lord from their fellowship offerings. The holy clothes made for Aaron will belong to his descendants. They must wear these clothes when they are appointed as priests. Aaron's son will become high priest after Aaron. He will come to the meeting tent to serve in the holy place. He is to wear these clothes for 7 days. Take the male sheep used to appoint priests. Boil its meat in a place made holy for serving me. Then Aaron and his sons must eat the meat of the male sheep. They must do that at the entrance of the meeting tent. And they must also eat the bread that is in the basket. These offerings were used to remove their sins when they were made priests, so they would belong to God. Now they should eat these offerings, but no one else is to eat these things because they are holy. If any of the meat from that male sheep or any of the bread is left the next morning, it must be burned. It shall not be eaten because it is holy. Do all these things that I commanded you to do to Aaron and his sons. You are to spend 7 days appointing them. Each day for 7 days, you are to offer a bull. This will remove the sins of Aaron and his sons, so they will be given for service to the Lord. Make the altar ready for service to the Lord. Pour oil on it to make it holy. Spend 7 days making the altar ready for service to God and making it holy. Then the altar will become very holy. Anything that touches it must be holy. The daily sacrifices. Exodus chapter 29, verse 38. Every day from now on, offer on the altar 2 lambs that are 1 year old. Offer 1 lamb in the morning and the other in the evening. In the morning, when you offer the first lamb, offer also 2 quarts of fine flour. Mix it with 1 quart of oil from pressed olives. Pour out a quart of wine as a drink offering. Offer the second lamb in the evening. Also offer the same grain offering and drink offering as you did in the morning. This is an offering by fire to the Lord, and its smell is pleasing to the Lord. You must burn these things as an offering to the Lord every day. Do this at the entrance of the meeting tent before the Lord from now on. When you make the offering, I, the Lord, will meet you there and speak to you. I will meet with the people of Israel there, and that place will be holy because of my greatness. So I will make the meeting tent and the altar holy, and I will make Aaron and his sons holy, so they may serve me as priests. I will live with the people of Israel. I will be their God, and they will know that I am the Lord their God. They will know that I am the one who led them out of Egypt. I did this so I could live with them. I am the Lord their God. Exodus chapter 30, the altar for burning incense. Make an altar out of acacia wood for burning incense. Make it square, 18 inches long and 18 inches wide. It must be 36 inches high. Make the corners stick out like horns. These must be one piece with the altar. Cover its top, its sides, and its corners with pure gold. and put a gold strip all around the altar. Make 2 gold rings beneath the gold strip on opposite sides of the altar. Slide poles through these gold rings to carry the altar. Make the poles from acacia wood and cover them with gold. Put the altar of incense in front of the curtain. This curtain is in front of the Ark of the Covenant. Put the altar in front of the lid that covers that Ark of the Covenant. There I will meet with you. Aaron must burn sweet-smelling incense on the altar every morning. He will do this when he comes to take care of the oil lamps. He must burn incense again in the evening when he lights the lamps. So incense will burn before the Lord every day from now on. Do not use this altar for offering any other incense or burnt offering. Do not use this altar to offer any kind of grain offering or drink offering. Once a year, Aaron must make the altar ready for service to God. He will do it by putting blood on its corners. This is blood of the animal offered to remove sins. He is to do this once a year from now on. This altar belongs completely to God's service. The tax for the meeting tent. Exodus chapter 30, verse 11. The Lord said to Moses, "Count the people of Israel. At that time, every person must pay to buy back his life from the Lord. Then no terrible things will happen to the people when you number them. Every person who is counted must pay 1/5 of an ounce of silver. This is set by the holy place measure, which weighs 2/5 of an ounce. This amount is a gift to the Lord. Every person who is counted and is 20 years old or older must give this amount to the Lord. A rich person must not give more than 1/5 of an ounce, and a poor person must not give less than 1/5 of an ounce. You are paying this to the Lord to buy back your lives. Gather from the people of Israel this money paid to buy back their lives. Spend it to buy things for the service in the meeting tent. This payment will remind the Lord that the Israelites' lives have been bought back." The bronze bowl, Exodus chapter 30, verse 17. The Lord said to Moses, "Make a bronze bowl for washing. Build it on a bronze stand. Put the bowl and stand between the meeting tent and the altar. Put the water in the bowl. Aaron and his sons must wash their hands and feet with the water from this bowl. Each time before they enter the meeting tent, they must wash with water. This way, they will not die. They approach the altar to serve as priests. They offer a sacrifice to the Lord by fire. Each time they do this, they must wash their hands and their feet so they will not die. This is a rule which Aaron and his descendants are to keep from now on." Oil for appointing. Exodus chapter 30, verse 22. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Take the finest spices, 12 pounds of liquid myrrh, half that amount, that is 6 pounds, of sweet-smelling cinnamon, 6 pounds of sweet-smelling cane, and 12 pounds of cassia. Weigh all these by the holy place measure. Also, take 4 quarts of olive oil. Mix all these things like a perfume to make a holy olive oil. This special oil must be put on people and things. Do this to make them ready for service to God. Put this oil on the meeting tent and the ark of the covenant with many laws in it. Put this oil on the table and all its dishes, and put this oil on the lampstand and all its tools. Put the oil on the incense altar. Also, put the oil on the altar for burning offerings and all its tools. Put this oil on the bowl and the stand under the bowl. Put oil on all these things to prepare them for service to God. You will give these things for service to God. They will be very holy. Anything that touches these things must also be holy. Put the oil on Aaron and his sons to make them priests. Give them for service to me. Then they may serve me as priests. Tell the Israelites, this is to be my holy olive oil from now on. It is to be put on people and things to make them ready for service to God. Do not pour it on the bodies of ordinary people. Do not make perfume the same way you make this oil. It is holy, and you must treat it as holy. Someone might make perfume like it, or he might put it on someone who is not a priest. Then that person must be separated from his people. Incense. Exodus chapter 30, verse 34. Then the Lord said to Moses, take these sweet-smelling spices, resin, onycha, galbanum, and pure frankincense. Be sure that you have equal amounts of each. You must make incense as a man who makes perfume would do. Add salt to it to keep it pure and holy. Beat some of the incense into a fine powder. Put some of it in front of the Ark of the Covenant in the meeting tent. There I will meet with you. You must use this incense powder only for its very special purpose. Do not make incense for yourselves the same way you make this incense. Treat it as holy to the Lord. Whoever makes incense like this to use as perfume must be separated from his people. Did it again. So as far as the prosperity preachers go, you can see where they got all that me stuff from. And again, from me watching them from the 70s, I could see the buildup. Now, I've never known that God said to build all these things and get gold and all these linens and everything. So when you're making something special and you're, like I said, so you divide what you're up to and throw it up to God. Again, the prosperity preachers it seemed like they got stuck on that message where we are priests and we must have fine linens. We must have gold and silver. You guys are ordinary. If you give to us, we will do for you. And if you think they operate that way, so I'm not going to sit here and tell what people think. They operate that way. And if you operate that way or you think that way, you are not reading the whole book. And again, I'm apologizing for not being the eloquence of Candace Owens and all the people who can string two thoughts together, which I can, as long as I'm talking about a part. I'll get it. So today's structure is that I'm just going to thank Almighty God, the Holy Spirit, for letting me get the whole book of Genesis in. And at God's will, I will read this Bible before this year is up. God willing, Lord willing. Because you'll see. I love this book. It's exciting. And it's a page turner, right? It's a page turner. Guys, We're almost out of Exodus. The let my people go phrase. I'm going to tell you again to have a good morning. And this time I'll try to figure out how to do the Super Bowl year-old click off. The Sunday morning Super Bowl year-old click off. I'm Super Bowl years old.